know the female's blood type. Yeah, that's all I got for you.
Okay, come on, just connect the two. But there could be a,
A male.
no. The question is, could these things happen at the same time?
Yes.
Right, because there could be a,
Female.
right, okay, all right, let's try again.
We said not mutually exclusive for that one too,
Mm-hmm.
because they can both happen at the same time.
In fact, if you get a jack, they have to happen at the same time, right? Like that even wouldn't look like a Venn diagram. It would look like a circle and then another circle completely inside of it. Right? Because there's no way that you could get a jack and not have it be a face card. Ooh, what a nerdy statement. All right, the addition rule. Go get prizes, guys. The addition rule. If you have the probability of A or B, that is the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the overlap. And I'll explain that in a minute. So what does and mean in probability? Multiply. And what does or mean? It means add and then subtract. So the probability of A and B is the probability of A times the probability of B. And the probability of A or B is the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the overlap. And I'll explain that more, but right now. How are these notes feeling so far? Fine? Good until they're not? Well, we haven't talked about that yet, so you shouldn't understand it yet. So if you're feeling uncertain about that, good job, because we haven't discussed it, so yeah. All right, so let me explain now. Ready? All right. There's been a lot of talking now, guys. So you select a card from a standard deck. Find the probability that the card is a 4 or an ace. All right, what does or mean? We're going to add and then subtract. Okay, so I'm going to write, we're adding and then subtracting something. All right, what's the probability that a card is a 4 if you select a card? 4 out of 52 or 1 out of 15 or 1 out of 13, right? And what's the probability that the card is an ace? 4 out of 52. Is there any overlap? Wait, this was a 4 and this was an ace, right? Okay. Is there any overlap? Is there any possibility that if I pick one card, it could be a 4 and an ace at the same time? No. No. So in this problem, there's no overlap. So the answer is just going to be 8 out of 52. Which reduces to what, 2/13? Or 0.154. All right, let's try another one. This says we're rolling a number less than 3, or, that's a plus minus problem, we're rolling an odd number. Okay, I'm rolling a die. What's the probability of getting a number less than 3? No, we're not doing it's rolling a die now. I was real confused when you said 8. I was like, there's not even 8 on a die. All right, so how many, if you're rolling a die, what are the chances of you getting less than 3? 2 out of 6. And I realize that is 1 out of 3, but for right now I'm going to leave it as 2 out of 6. Okay, and what's the possibility of rolling an odd number? How many odd numbers are there? It's 3 out of 6. Okay, now let me explain what the overlap would be here. The overlap would be anything where it's an odd number and it's less than 3.
So For 1 out of 6.
1 out of 6. And I'm gonna explain that with a dice in just a second. Okay. So, numbers that are less than 3. Numbers that are less than 3 is what? 1 and 2, right? 1 and 2. Okay, and what numbers are odd? No, I mean just all of them. 1, 3, and 5. So when I was counting here, I was counting 2 out of 6 is that 1 and 2, right? And I was counting 3 out of 6, that's 1, 3, 5. But do you see how I counted the number 1 twice? That's my overlap. I just counted it too many times. Because right now this answer is 4 out of 6. 2 plus 3, 5, minus 1 is 4. Okay, now let's think about what counts here. All right, a 1. Is that less than 3 or odd? Yes. 2. Is that less than 3 or odd? Okay, we've got 2 options so far. 3. Less than 3 or odd? Yes, because it's odd, right? 4. Less than 3 or odd? No, that's on the no side. Okay. 5. Less than 3 or odd? Yes. 6. Less than 3 or odd? See how there's only 4 options? And otherwise it looked like we were counting up to 5, and that's because we double counted on those 1s. So do you understand the idea of an overlap now? It's when we're double counting by accident. But we couldn't have double counted on this one. Because if I list all the choices for 4s, it's a 4 of hearts, 4 of diamonds, 4 of clubs, 4 of spades, right? And aces are ace of hearts, ace of diamonds, ace of clubs, ace of spades. None of those are the same card. So I didn't overlap at all. Okay, this is gonna be tough, but right now you're gonna try these 4 with your partner. And actually what we're going to do, look at me, hey, we're gonna pick this up tomorrow because right now I'm gonna let you spend the rest of the hour, which is like 8 minutes, talking to your partner about these 4. Okay, so you have no homework tonight, but you have to get these 4 done with your partner right now.